Hello, everyone. It's William here at Allegory Gallery. How are you all doing today? Whew. Let me see who's here with us. Danette is here. Hello, Danette. Glad you could join us a little bit today. Kimberly is here. Hello, Kimberly. Glad you could be here. Vicky is here. Hello, Vicky. Thank you for joining us. If you're out there, please say hi. Let us know you're here. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late today. I just got back from the cottage. I was trying to squeeze out a few more packages out for everyone today. I try and do that on Thursdays a lot of times because Friday, Saturday, Sundays are my store days. So it's sometimes hard for me to do a lot of packing and shipping. So Thursdays is my big push to try to get as much done as I can for that week. Got a lot of packages going out to people. Some of you may have gotten notifications for that. Some of you all, I have to actually, we've been doing some bigger stones and loose gemstones and some bigger strands of things lately, I guess. Some of your packages I actually have to take to the post office to get weighed because my scale is not big enough. And usually when that happens, I put them in a priority box, but sometimes like the ones that I did today, they're small they're not big. They can't, they're not going to go in a big giant priority box because medium is the smallest they have now. They used to have this box called Regional Rate A, and I loved those boxes. They were about this big and they were perfect when you had to go a little bit bigger than the other boxes we carry. And they discontinued those. So now you got to go all the way to a medium, which is a really big box. And because our things are sometimes dense but small, my scale, when you're doing a priority box, you can go up to 70 pounds. So it doesn't matter. I can put in any weight up to 70 pounds, and the postage is the same. But on my boxes, they're not a rated box. So it does go by weight. And if I'm putting them in our boxes and it goes above our scales weight, I can't actually send them out without taking them to the post office first and getting them weighed. So I have a few of them to go to the post office tomorrow first to get weighed. And then I can go and make the postage for them. I would like to get a bigger scale. Sometimes that would be nice. We just have a tiny little scale, but it serves our purpose most of the time. So some of you also will have packages going out probably tomorrow. I just couldn't print any of the labels today because of that. But yeah, so that's why I'm running a little bit late. I also ran to, I had to pick up a few groceries before this. Andrew's still not really able to do a lot, so his foot's been hurting. And gout can cause other things. Gout can also, I've read, can cause you to have fevers and things like that. And he's really warm today, so I think he's been really hit with something today that way. So he's been going through kind of hot and cold flashes today. So he's really been having it hard. I don't know if he's going to jump here on the live or not. I asked him if he would be coming on second screen from downstairs, but I don't know how he's really feeling. So we may or may not see him jump on today, but I wanted to go get him. He had a few requests for some snacks and groceries, so I ran to get that. And I just kind of got back. I also was organizing a little bit here to kind of get ready for my weekend. I take a lot of things up to the store to pack and ship. That's my main time for sorting, and if I haven't sorted something, and then also packing and shipping, pre-packing, I guess is really what I call it, because that's when I wrap everything in papers on the weekends at the store. That's why I'm trying to do everything in kind of 2-week intervals, because throughout the week, I don't really have a lot of time to do that part of it. So on the weekend, as long as the store is slower, that's when I do all of the pre-wrapping. If you've gotten packages from us, you know what I mean when I do all the tissue paper and all that. That happens on the weekend. So everything from the week I try to wrap up on the weekend if I have enough time, depending on how busy the store is and depending on what we're doing that weekend. So that's why I'm trying to get into a 2-week interval kind of shipping thing for those of you who like your items held and not shipped every single order. Trying to do that, and getting closer to that. I'm working on it continuously, but it doesn't take much to throw a wrench in that system, but it's I feel like it's better. So that's what I've been gathering stuff up for that and trying to organize for that. I brought home some new little dishes I'm going to show you. I got some of my dishes back. So I have 6 new little dishes that I have ready. So this makes a total of about 11 dishes that we're going to I'm going to put up on the online store at some point. They're coming soon. But if you saw Andrew's post, we have the opportunity to do kind of a buyout. And we're trying to find a way. People have asked, why don't you just do a GoFundMe and all that? We like to give back. We don't like to take for, nothing or take for less. So we're trying to find ways to do some kind of a sale or some kind of promotion thing to raise some money extra in addition to the bills we normally have to pay, to kind of try to do some of this buying out. So I think my little dishes are going to be a part of that. We're looking at finding like little sublimation things that I'm going to make. We got these mini tumblers, so I might start making some mini tumblers. We've ordered some tote bags and some little zipper pouches. We made zipper pouches for the Spark Retreat, and they were super dang cute, and I liked them a lot, and they were pretty easy to make. So we're going to make some little zipper pouches with some different artwork and things on them too. So we're going to see how that goes. I think they're going to be fun. I hope people are going to like them. Andrew's also coming up with a bunch of things. We're coming up with different things and different little packages and bundles that we can make. Maybe some kits and mixes and things too. So that's going to start very soon. Most likely, hopefully early next week. We also have Ava coming later next week, so that's a whole other thing too. We have the Creative Make-Along next Friday. Whew, there's a lot going on, everybody, but we think it's very exciting, and this is a big opportunity for us if we can do this buyout, because these are things that are here that we don't have to pay all the tariffs on, because these things are already here. Some of them are vintage, some of them are contemporary, and we're excited about that. So we'll see what happens. I think I said hi to Vicky. Hi, Vicky. Anne is here. Hello, Anne. Thank you for being here. Susie's here. Oh, our friends at Jada's are here. Hello. Hope you're doing well. I'll see y'all this weekend if you're going to be around. I see you've been making these cute little mini donuts. I have not gotten any of the mini donuts yet. I don't know how I've missed out on those. I know you've had them, but I haven't come over for probably because I don't really need to be eating donuts, but they look so good every time I see them. I'm looking now because it just came up on my computer screen as I see your name here. So Jada's is the restaurant across the street from us. They also helped out by catering the Spark event at Touchstone this past weekend. Yes. Wow. So great place if you're in Johnstown and you're looking for somewhere to eat. And they're right across the street from us. So you can get some food, come on over and do some bead making, do some jewelry making, shop for some beads, lots of good stuff. Norma is here. Hello, Norma. Diane is here. Hello, Diane. Let's see here. We have Patty joining us. Hello, Patty. I don't think I recognize your name. Sorry if I'm, it takes me sometimes a while to recognize people's names over and over again. So I'm sorry if I'm forgetting that we've seen you here before, but if you're new, welcome. Thank you for joining us. It's good to see new people. Danette's tired, packing and trying to move. I realize I'm a hoarder and needed to break the cycle. I understand that. I do not like moving. Moving is the time when you feel all the things you've collected, right? You definitely feel how much you have when you are trying to pack up and move. Not only the packing, but the carrying of boxes. Like, I know if we had to move right now, I would not be looking forward to that, not one bit. It's exciting sometimes to be moving, but packing stuff up, we need to declutter quite a bit ourselves as well. Susie says you can stuff a lot of beads in one of those large boxes. Yes, you can, but sometimes it's too much. Sometimes the orders don't fill one of those large boxes, so everything rattles around. And I'm very anti-rattle. I do not ever, if I can help it, pack packages that make a noise. I don't know if you've ever noticed this. Hopefully, when you get a package from us, it's pretty soundproof. There's pretty much no rattling or sound making. I try to do that on purpose. One, so that nobody's trying to shake it to see what they think might be in it. Two, I feel like when things are packed more tightly, they are more secure. That's what we found. And three, and probably the most importantly reason kind of why, I do it is because in my mind, if I get a package and it rattles, my anxiety immediately kicks up and I think, did something break along the way? And I never want you all to feel like something is broken along the way before you've opened your package. I never want to put people through that anxiety. So I do try to pack things very tightly in the smallest boxes possible when I can, and always make sure that they're very tight. So when I shake them, I shake every box before it leaves. And try to make sure that there's probably no rattle. Now, when I'm shipping like sometimes seed beads or spacers in tubes and stuff, inevitably those are going to shake inside. But I do my best to make sure your packages don't rattle, because in my mind, when I get a package and it shakes and I hear something inside, I worry, and I don't want people to have to go through that. Poor Andrew's been really suffering. I'm so sorry. Yeah, he's had a really rough time. Hello, Susan. Thank you for joining us. Dennis says, oh, Andrew, I hope things take a turn for the better. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi to everybody else. Norma says, I would buy zipper pouches. I think they're going to be good. I think they're going to be fun. I like them. They're not going to be super expensive, I think. They're going to be something that is easily attainable, and even if people end up not buying them, then there's something that we can use to send out jewelry in, or as little gifty things. But I'm hoping people will like them. We haven't quite decided on all the designs and stuff yet, but I'm working on it. Andrew says, fingers crossed this weekend equals tomorrow. Not quite, right? Weekend, when was I talking about the weekend? Depends what I was talking about on the weekend. Weekend's not really until Saturday, but my shipping weekend begins Friday. So I only ship Monday through Thursday, as many of you know. And we do have that in our shipping declaration, shipping policy on our website, that we ship Monday through Thursday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I'm at the shop all day. So I do pre-shipping, but I do not do real shipping, because I don't have a scale and a printer and the internet at the store. So that's when I do my preparing of the packages. Jadis has a comedy show coming this weekend. Yeah, not this weekend. Is it this weekend? I don't know when it is. I got your I'm in the wrong account, so I can't actually say. I'm in the wrong account. But yeah, so let me see here. You sent me a flyer at some point. Oh, maybe that was on my phone. Or maybe it was the store account. I don't know. There it is. Comedy show, September 20th. September 20th. So that's the weekend. That's next weekend. So after we have on the 17th and 18th, we have our virtual trunk shows with Ava. On the 19th, we have our creative make-along. And then on the 20th is going to be the Jada's comedy show. We'll have to see if we can make it. I've never gotten to come to one of the comedy shows, and I would like to, but I don't know because we're going to be preparing for the next weekend, which is our WPA Cryptid and Supernatural Expo show, which is the 27th and 28th. That's going to be happening in 2 weeks, so we'll see. Susie says, Jada's had delicious food when you opened the store. Yes, they did. They helped us cater the opening for the store, and it was delicious. Norma says, Danette, I'm not moving, but I'm trying to declutter what I call the hoarder room, so I feel your pain. Yeah. Diane says, do you want all the tissue paper back? I have a lot, LOL. I know, right? We do use, we try to recycle as much as possible. So when we do receive things with tissue paper or bubble wrap, there are a number of small bead stores that do the same thing. At first I felt a little weird about it, but I think people like it, that we recycle those materials. So technically, yes, we do recycle the materials, but usually I'm given them in person. Like my mom collects them, my aunt collects them, and we do try to recycle the materials. So once the tissue paper has been bunched up and balled up and used, then we use it just as filling when we need to fill up a box or add when I need to add some paper in there to make things not shuffle around. But yeah, we actually do reuse some of our tissue paper sometimes. Andrew says, I'll be okay, just don't want to push it too hard because then it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Yeah. Kimberly says, I would love one with an owl or raven that says, don't worry about it, right? There's a lot scheduled for that weekend. The Cambry City Iron Conference, Andrew said, is there. Wow. Johnstown Fashion Week is that weekend as well. Susan says, I reuse my tissue paper, but I have more than I need. Kimberly says, I have several large boxes of packing peanuts. Any thoughts how to send that would be welcome. Yeah, that's the one thing we do not try to collect. We do have some packing peanuts, and I do use them in people's packages every once in a while when it feels like there's no other alternative. But we hate packing peanuts here. Andrew and I both do not care for them, so we try our best not to have them around, and we try our best not to spread them out into the world. But you may have gotten a package from us once in a while with packing peanuts in it. It's rare. It is very rare, and usually the ones that we do have are the ones that melt down. They're made out of cornstarch or whatever they are, that melt underwater, and they're environmentally safe. But every once in a while we get the other kind too. But we would rather reuse them than just throw them out. So even though we hate putting in, it's kind of like glitter, I feel like, but it is what it is, and sometimes we use them. Plus the cats try to eat the packing peanuts. That's another thing, is we know many of you have cats, and we don't want anyone ingesting the packing peanuts. Danette says, I'm with you, hate packing peanuts. This is, I'm also thankful for the tissue paper, using some of it to wrap and pack things. That's good. Well, that's good. Kimberly says, I hate them, and a company used to send me 12 strands of beads. They used a massive, use them to send me 12. They used a massive box. Yeah, that's sometimes, I get it. Sometimes I look at the packages we get, and you get this gigantic box, and it has this much in it. And you know, sometimes I feel that because sometimes I'm looking at the boxes we have and I'm trying to figure out what to put things in. And sometimes you run out of stuff. Generally, because y'all like your stuff to be held, most of you want your stuff to be held anyway, I can hold it for a little longer until the materials come in. I don't have to send anything out in outrageously large sizes with something small inside. But, you know, every once in a while you have to send something that feels very awkward. And I try not to do that because it's my ADHD, my OCD, whatever it is. It makes me feel very weird if I can't get the package like very nicely contained. It just does something to me. Like it's just, it feels awkward to put something, you know, not in the right size. But I do understand why packing companies do that when they're just packing up stuff and they just want to get the stuff out to people and they throw it in whatever box they've got at the moment. And yeah, but there's something OCD about me that I like the boxes to be very properly sized. Plus the static on the packing peanut. Yes, Danette, the static on the packing peanuts drives me batty. Andrew says a lot of the big companies get flat rate discounts in certain size boxes. That's probably true too. That they have a certain size and it's easier for them to ship that certain size. So yeah, sorry, I got out of the Allegory account and I need to jump back in it here so I can see where we're at. Okay. Where am I? All right, good. Okay, sorry everybody. Got to get my screens organized because I didn't get a chance to do that. I pulled some stuff today. Some of it's odd, maybe. I don't know. I pulled some really random stuff, and some of it, now that I'm looking at it again, I meant to ask Andrew what all it is because stone identification is, he's much better at it. So, yeah, we might take a, well, we might, since he's here in the comments, maybe he'll identify as we go if he can. Yeah, he's just better at it than me. And some things I do my best, but some things I'm just like, what in the world? I also blank out a lot on certain things. There are some things that just seem to stump me. Like, do you have those things that sometimes you're just like, you could look at the same thing 18 times and forget its name every single time? That's sometimes me. I get stumped on certain things like chrysoprase and chrysocolla. Used to have no problem with it, and for some reason just is a thing for me now. So yeah, that's a whole thing. Danette says today is fun. I found a huge pack of tissue paper that I got at Sam's Club a couple years ago. I swear there are a billion sheets. That's good. I would love to find a billion sheets of tissue paper. We use it so much, and I order so much tissue paper. Plus, Andrew says then they only have to stock a few sizes of boxes instead of custom building boxes, so it's meant to make it faster. Yeah, we try to stock only certain sizes. So we stock a priority small box, a medium, and a large. We used to stock that regional rate A, which was amazing. It was such a good size for us. But priority small, medium, large. I stock our envelopes. Generally, the what are they, number 0, I think, number 0 envelopes. And we stock our 2 sizes of jewelry boxes, and we stock a 5x5x5 box and a 6x6x6 box. And generally with those sizes, we can make things happen. Yeah, so that usually works out. Sometimes I don't charge enough in shipping, I'm realizing, when I ship things out. So I got to be a little bit more careful about that. But I generally try not to just invoice people for shipping because I just think that feels weird. Um, and if somebody's buying enough that I have to charge a little bit, we have to go up in shipping. Sometimes we'll cover that depending on a lot of times we cover that, but things are getting a little bit harder lately, so I got to be a little bit more careful about that. Kimberly says, I will pipe in if I know. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I never, some people get really embarrassed being on a live and not knowing something sometimes, but, I can't know every single thing. A lot of our things are vintage, and we buy in a lot of vintage strands, and sometimes they're not marked. Many times they are not marked. It's up to us to do the research, and we're pretty good at it, but sometimes, Andrew's been doing it a lot longer. He's better at it than me. And so I know a lot, but, I don't mind when people chime in if I have a question. I don't really get embarrassed about that. And I don't think anybody should. I don't think anybody's going to know everything. And I would rather somebody say, these are pretty beads, I'm not exactly sure what they are, than tell me there's something they're not, right? So that's the way I feel about it. Hey, Susan, thanks for joining in. Glad you're here today. Amanda's also here. Hello, Amanda. Good to see you here. Anna's here. Says, hello, friends. I missed the lives during the day recently. Got my box recently. So much fun to unwrap. Good. I'm glad it came. Glad it arrived. I've been sending out a number of boxes. So I don't like to tell people on the live, hey, you've got a box coming, because that's nobody's business but yours. So I always hope people get their boxes, especially if you're moving, or especially if you've changed addresses lately, or I try to keep up with all of that and make sure things go to the right places when they're supposed to. Denise says, I love the boxes you used to ship in, very sturdy. Oh, the boxes we use to ship in, not used to, right? Not before, because I don't think I had different ones. Yeah, I think, we try and get boxes that are going to hold up, hopefully. And I try to make sure I tape the boxes so that if they do get dented, or, like, you might note, like, I think about this a lot. You might notice when you get our boxes, generally they are taped, like, I don't have a box. But generally, let's say this was the box, right? Generally, they're taped this way, they're taped this way, and they're taped around this way. And I do that for a particular reason, so that if they are, torn at any point, there's only so much of the box exposed that's going to tear until it hits tape. And hopefully the tape will stop the box from tearing. We've gotten some boxes before ourselves that are maybe only taped maybe this way and this way. So like they're taped around this way and around this way, but not around here. So the whole corner can actually be ripped off on any corner. If it starts to tear, or if it gets punctured in shipping, it can tear all the way open. So I try and make sure any box we send out is taped all three ways. And oftentimes, I will also tape up the edges anywhere where there might be a seam that that could open. Sometimes it depends, but I've been doing it mostly the three ways now, and that seems to be pretty good, I think, for people. But sometimes people might think I use too much tape, and I might, but there's a reason for that, and it's that if your box is punctured along the way, hopefully that puncture will only be as big as it can get to the next piece of tape, which is usually pretty small on most of our boxes. And then it'll stop at the tape mark, and that'll stop things from pouring out of your box and getting lost as it goes through the system. It's all this stuff. I think about this a lot. And this is all the kind of stuff, like, sometimes I get in my head about shipping and packing and what's going to fit in what and how to send things out. And that's why, because I think about all these things like that. Kimberly says, I am going to make kitchen pantry soup for dinner while I watch. Nice. Danette reuses the boxes, also good. Andrew says, I think it's good to normalize not knowing everything. I really don't like it. when folks make up stuff and spread misinformation. 100%. There is nothing wrong with saying, I don't know. Some people feel like they have to know everything, and nobody knows everything. That's not a thing, right? I don't know where that comes from or why people feel insecure when they don't know things, because we're not created to know everything. We're not taught everything, right? And just because we deal in beads does not mean we know everything about beads. If we knew everything about beads, we would be, we would make a job of telling people and, costing out beads for people, or, being the source of information for people rather than selling them, probably. But you don't. And so, it's not, you're always going to come across something, and you hope, I always hope we come across something we don't know, because that leads to hopefully learning something new. Things can get really boring if you know everything about what you do. It just makes every day the same. So we always love coming across things that we don't know. And when we do, it's fun to try to figure them out. But why spread misinformation when you can just say, I don't know, let's maybe try and find out? Or does anyone else know? Yeah, I don't think, I think there's this fear sometimes that people have about feeling like you have to know everything, or this fear of feeling inferior if you don't know something someone else knows. And I'm happy when all of you, when my friends, when you know something that I'm stumped on, that helps us, because then we can say, there it is, that's great, thank you. And that's what helping is about. That's what friends are about. And that's what, I think we need to kind of normalize not knowing. And like Andrew said, it's good to normalize not knowing. We're not perfect. Jess is right. Use the currently shipping. Good. Because I was like, if the new boxes aren't any good, they're the same boxes. I haven't upgraded, but the only thing I said, like I said, the regional rate A boxes, they were a nice box size, and I wish the post office would have never gotten rid of them, because they were an in-between between a small box, which is like that. It's like the VHS size box. So that's the small box. The only next size up is the giant, which is kind of giant medium box. There used to be a box in between that was so nice when I had to go above a 6x6x6, but I didn't have to go quite to a medium. So, and we still have a bunch of those boxes, but we can't use them. So I do use them for other things now. Let's see here. Suzanne is here. Hello, Suzanne. Kimberly. Andrew says the tape also acts as a waterproofing. Yes. That's one of the things. I do tape a lot of the seams around the boxes in case the boxes would happen to get wet and the water would try and get in. I know if the boxes get wet, most of the time the stuff inside is going to get wet. The water's not going to flow through the seam of the box and not make the box wet, but it's just one less point of entry. And if things are more taped around the edges, that's less of a chance of the box falling apart. And sometimes I do the edges more often. It depends on the weight of the box and the size of the box, whether I do all the edges or not, because that's also using a lot of tape, and we pay for the tape. So I try and, balance what we have to pay for versus getting things to you all. Kimberly says, agree 100%. We are human and always learning, right? Suzanne has joined in. Hello, Suzanne. We don't know everything, but I think we know a lot, says Andrew. It's true. Knowledge is wonderful. Keep learning, says Suzanne, right? Absolutely. Kimberly says, good to be knowledgeable on a variety of things, but no one can know everything. I love learning about stones and will never know everything, right? Who wants to know everything? Anyway, I don't know. That's a whole other. I was going to get into a whole other thing, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to get into that tonight. We're already running a lot. We're getting to the end of the talk portion. Susan says, I agree. It's okay not to know everything, right? Life is a learning experience all around, says Anna. Yes, it is. It very much is. And we do our best, and we try to make sure we do our best to always be as truthful as we can. I'm not going to say we don't ever mess up, but we do our best to be as truthful as we can with everything. And sometimes that means saying, I don't know, right? And I believe people would rather that. And like I said, we may not know what a stone is. We may stump all of you all out there on a stone. No one knows what it is. We can take our guesses on it. But maybe it's a pretty stone and somebody likes it and they're like, that's okay. I don't need to know what it is, or I'll figure out what it is later. I just want it. It goes with the color that I'm working with right now. Susan says my brain is way too tiny to know everything. That's what I feel like most days too. Yeah, no, but we're not meant to know everything, right? Andrew says I'm also forgetting a lot of stuff. So, right? Yeah. Andrew's in his forgetful phase now. Andrew has a pretty amazing memory, but he is starting to let go of things a little bit more often these days. Sorry, I'm kind of dehydrated today. When I'm at the cottage, many of you know, most of you know, we don't have a bathroom at the cottage, so I don't drink as much as I should when I'm there. Because if I have to go to the bathroom, generally it's either running to Sheets, which is, a round trip of about 20 minutes, or it's running here to home and back, which is a round trip of like 30 minutes. So I'm a little bit dehydrated. I can feel it in my eyes today. They're a little bit dry from not drinking enough water, but I'll stock up on that tonight. Here, as I'm eating dinner, I will be drinking a lot of water tonight. But we made a really good dinner last night, a pasta, another kind of pasta. Andrew, we had a lot of peppers. My mom and aunt gave us some peppers. I think those ones were the ones that were a little bit spicy. I don't know what they were. They were little orange peppers like this. But they were a little fiery in the pasta last night. I think it was those ones. And then we had some bell peppers, and Andrew had picked up some groceries with some peppers. And we had a banana bell pepper, which I've never seen before until recently. So there was a banana bell pepper in there. And so Andrew cooked up a bunch of the peppers and some onions, I think, last night. I don't know what all was in it because I came in partway through it and he was cooking through it because I came back from my pottery last night. And he was cooking it up, and it smelled so good. And then we made pasta with it, egg noodle pasta, and put it all together with a lot of cheese. And it was so good. And we have it again, I think, for tonight. I think there's leftovers. And I also picked up, Andrew was craving chips. So I picked up some chips. And I picked up some chips for me. I like just plain chips, and I like French onion dip. And most French onion dips have monosodium glutamate. And for my heart, I can't really eat a lot of that. Because even though I love it and I think it's delightful, it does sometimes make my heart beat fast. So I found they have like all these kind of dips. There's like 3 or 4 different brands of dips, but they all have MSG in it. And so I found these tiny little packets of onion dip that don't have it. So I don't have a lot of dip, but I have these tiny little packets that I can open tonight of some dip. But I like plain potato chips anyway, so it won't be bad. Andrew says, probably a mistake on the chips. Oh no. I was wondering if that was going to be a good thing or not. I try and get you what you're craving when you're having cravings, but I didn't know if the chips were going to be an issue. I hope you've been drinking your water because they're going to be salty, right? Susie says, banana peppers can be sweet or spicy. I love them. Yeah, it could have been the banana pepper. Now that you say that, it could have been the banana bell. It's a banana pepper, but it's in the shape of a bell pepper. I don't know what voodoo that is, but I'm used to banana peppers, and I know my grandmother used to grow them all the time, and they would have spicy ones and sweet ones. but this was a banana bell pepper. It's the color of a banana pepper, but the shape of a bell pepper. I don't know how that happens. I don't know if it's some kind of cross. I don't know, but they look just like a bell pepper, but they're the color, that light green yellow of a banana pepper. And I don't know if it's spicy or not. Something was spicy though. Something was spicy. They look weird, says Andrew. They do. They do look weird. They look like they're not ripe, like they're green bell peppers that are not ripe yet. They're pale yellow green. Yeah, they're a pale yellow green, says Andrew. They don't look, yeah, when you see a banana pepper, you know what it is because it's that pale color. But when you see them in the shape of a bell pepper, it looks really strange. But it was all good. It was really good. Anaheim pepper, says Anna. I don't know. Our grocery store called them banana bell peppers. So I've never, let me look up. Anaheim pepper. That's kind of, banana pepper. No, not Anaheim. I don't think they're the same thing because they're yellow wax pepper, or banana chili, I guess, is a banana pepper also known as. Oh. But no, it's a banana pepper. It's got that yellow color of a banana pepper, that yellow green. Banana bell pepper. Yeah, I can't even find them on the internet. I have no idea. Banana bell pepper is not coming up on the internet, but that's what they are. They're so weird. Flipped again. So I was looking at the new iPhone. I finally got to watch the new iPhone presentation. And then I looked, they talked about, apparently there's some really good carrier deals for the new iPhone, which seems so weird. But if you have an iPhone 13 or 14 Pro, or I think just a regular iPhone 13 or 14, you can literally upgrade to the which number is it now? 17? Yeah. If you have a 13, 14, 15, 16, I think this is the 17. I can't remember what number we're at. You can upgrade to the new one for free if you trade in your old one in any condition at AT&T, at least. So even if it's not working, apparently, you can still get, thank you, Kimberly, 17. You can still apparently get a brand new one, even if your 13, 14, 15, or 16 isn't working, or it's all scratched up, or it's all cracked, or it's all whatever. And now, depending on what phone you have, will depend on how much money you get for it. But Kimberly says, I'm looking at that at Verizon. Yeah, I think Verizon is doing it. AT&T is doing it. Kimberly has a 13 Pro Max. That's what Andrew has. So technically, I think Andrew and I could both trade in our phones and get brand new ones for nothing, which is crazy to me. Now, that all depends whether we qualify for all of that and all of that good stuff. But that's a possibility. So I wasn't thinking about upgrading, but if they're giving that kind of a deal to people, I might consider it. Kimberly, mostly because of what we talked about the other day about our phones overheating while doing recording, because my phone definitely does that. And the new vapor chamber in the new ones should help with that. And also, my camera keeps flipping, which is making me a little bit wild in the head. Andrew's phone doesn't do that. When we use his phone, it doesn't keep flipping like this. And there's something with my camera system. I think that there's something wrong or going wrong with it. And so I'm considering, before it really goes wrong and I have to pay to have my phone, whatevered, I might try to upgrade. We'll see. I still owe a little bit on my phone, but it's not very much, so I could pay that off pretty quick and upgrade maybe for free. Who knows? That's wild. If we qualify, you know, we're on a small business plan, so I have to actually make sure that that qualifies the same way as the regular plan. Who knows? They talked me into getting a small business plan at one point, and it is kind of good because we get a little bit more data for the money, and we get a little bit more hotspot for the money, but it doesn't always qualify the same way for everything that we upgrade and all that. So I don't know. And sometimes we have to have more of a down payment on things, or just because of the way it is. Gyroscopic, says Andrew. Yeah, it could be my gyroscope. Could be something going wrong with the gyroscope in it. I do have sometimes an issue getting my phone to actually turn the camera. When you're trying to flip the camera, sometimes it doesn't like to turn as easily as I think it should. So Diane says phone gremlins. I know, right? But if I can get rid of this one and not pay anything for a brand new one, why wouldn't you do that? Like, you just have to keep it for 3 years. It's like a 36-month lease. And so I've had this one now. This is a 14, 15, 16 cent. I've had this one for 3 years. So that's not a problem. Plus, I love that orange color. I love the new burnt orange. Actually, they call it cosmic orange color of the iPhone. So it'd be nice to have an orange one. I like my purple phone, but it'd be nice to have an orange phone. And I think I might want to go to the bigger size this time, maybe. We'll see about that. I don't know. Sometimes I look at Andrew's phone and I get a little bit of phone envy because he has the big phone, the Pro Max, like you do, Kimberly. And sometimes I'm like, I bet it would be a little bit easier to type things on. And I really have found that I'm starting to carry a bag with me more often. I'm like, Andrew always carries his bag with him, and he can throw his phone in the bag. And I've now found that I'm starting to carry my bag more often because it makes sense. And I don't have to worry about pockets as much with my phone. So that was the big thing, is it's a little harder to pocket the big ones. Andrew says that they have gold. I don't think so. I think the new iPhones come in cosmic orange, the 17 Pro, cosmic orange, I think a blue, a black, and a silver, I think. I might be wrong. No, it's just silver, blue, and cosmic orange. They got rid of the black. See, look, there it goes again. So it's like a burnt orange color, a beautiful blue. It's like a deep, kind of a deep dark blue. They even call it deep blue. It's literally called deep blue, cosmic orange, or silver, if you want the Pro. There's the iPhone Air, which just came out, which is the thinnest iPhone ever. It looks really nice too, but it does not have all the cameras. And my whole thing is, when I upgrade my iPhone, like my phone's fine other than this annoying thing with the cameras when I'm live. But the only reason I upgrade my phone is for better cameras, pretty much. That's generally the only reason. I've been on the same storage of iPhone for a long time. They now come with 256 gigabytes. That's the base storage. That's what my phone is. That's plenty for me generally. And so I just upgrade because the cameras get better, and I don't upgrade every year anymore because the cameras aren't that good between series to upgrade. But this camera system got really nice. They really upgraded a lot of the cameras in this one. So the Air does not have the same camera system. It only has one instead of 3 cameras on the back. But they upgraded that camera, and they upgraded the front camera. Now you can take selfies this way. And if you have a group that you're trying to take a selfie, but you have to go wide, you don't have to turn your phone anymore. It automatically can rotate and take a wide selfie, which is kind of cool. That's a little little trick they did. But I don't know if the regular iPhone, just the 17s, they come in some really pretty colors. But I don't think any of them are gold either. No, they have lavender, sage, mist blue, white, and black. That sage is nice. And this is getting really annoying. Really annoying. Anna says, yay, blue. I have a blue 13. Yeah, they've got blue in either one. Whether you want the 17 or the 17 Pro, they've got blue. But the sage, sometimes the colors for the base phones, not the Pros, are so nice. And I always want the colors in the base phones because a lot of times they're pastels. And it's a pastel green, a pastel blue, and a pastel purple, like a lavender. And I love that pastel green. But they still also don't have all 3 cameras. They do have 2 cameras on the back. Kira says, wish they had pink. Sometimes they have a pink, but not this year. Your phone is taking offense to this talk. That's why it's turning. If it wouldn't turn, it wouldn't have to worry. Now, would it? But no, it's going to do its thing. And that's why it's going to get replaced, maybe. I don't know. It's also a lot of work to replace a phone, I feel like, sometimes. Kimberly misses the rose gold. That's Andrew. He loved the rose gold. The gold and the rose gold he used to get. Sandra joined us. Hello, Sandra. Thanks for joining in. We're talking about new iPhones and how you can upgrade for free in some cases, which is wild, I feel like. But yeah, but like I said, we might look into that and see if we can. See, it doesn't like me. But this is really getting annoying. And I'm sure it's highly annoying for all of you to watch me do this all the time. And super annoying for me to have to rotate it every few minutes. So that's why, that is the one reason I had no plans to upgrade my phone this year. But the 13, that's the last phone that they'll accept for the upgrade, and that's what Andrews is. So we'll probably upgrade Andrews if we can, no matter what. If we're able to, depending on what they say. But that way we don't age out his phone for upgrade possibilities. Like the store phone, I really need to upgrade the store phone. But it way aged out. I used to hand my phone down to the store, and I haven't done that in a while because I've been handing mine back to upgrade every once in a while. And we used to have a good kind of thing going, but we haven't done that. And we do need to upgrade the store phone, but it's probably makes sense just to use it, just to get a lesser expensive iPhone at some point and do that. Andrew says, I think it's more annoying for you. It takes like 2 seconds to fix, so it doesn't bother me when I'm watching. That's good. I didn't know how bad the motion problem was on your end, on everybody else's end. Sandra says, say what? Yeah, if you got an iPhone 13 or above, a lot of the Verizon, I think, is doing it. AT&T is doing it. You can hand in your phone in any condition and you upgrade to a new Pro, the 17 Pro coming out, if you qualify. Again, that's a whole thing. If you qualify, depending on what plan, depending on what you're on. We're on a business plan. I don't know if it'll work. If your credit's good and all that stuff. Sandra says, I have an 11. You can get some money for it. You can't get a completely free iPhone, but I think they'll accept an 11. I think they'll go all the way back to a 10, which is what we have at the store, and they'll give you a little bit off of your bill or off of the cost of a new phone, depending on who you have. That was AT&T I was looking at the other night. Yeah, so it's worth talking to if you're looking for a new phone. I think they're really trying to push people onto the newer technologies. And especially getting everybody up on 5G for sure, and getting everyone on a phone with 5G. So I think that's why they're offering such good deals on upgrading to these new phones. Plus, I think it's an incentive because the tariffs are so high that some of the prices are increasing, and I think that's I think they're offering these to try to ease the transition for people for a few years, because you do have to stay on a 3-year plan. Plus, it locks people into their plan for another 3 years unless you pay off your phone. So that's always a thing. They may give you a phone, but they're going to make their money back on charging you for that plan for the next 3 years. But I keep my phone for like 3 years now anyway, at least. Like I said, I was going to keep it longer, but if I'm going to start aging out my phone on the really good, really good deals, I may as well do it. Kimberly says, I'm hoping they offer the iPad and watch bundle free too. The iPad and watch bundle? I've never heard of that. I don't think AT&T's ever done that. But I am waiting for the next iPad and see what they do. I would like another. I don't wear my watch anymore. I need to wear my watch. I need to get over. I stopped wearing it because the notifications give me anxiety. But what I really need to do is just turn off notifications on my watch so that I only use it for certain things. And then because I should be wearing it for I guess the transition isn't so bad when I have to flip the camera. I just watched it. I had it on so I could see. My watch will tell me if I'm having heart issues, and I really probably should be wearing my watch, and I really should probably upgrade my watch because it's aging out of updates, and wear a watch because it will continuously monitor my AFib and let me know if I'm in AFib or not. And that's probably a good thing. Kimberly says, I wear it for my heart. She says, wear your watch. I know I need to. I need to turn off the notifications and wear my watch. I was talking to my mom and aunt because my aunt's very interested in the new phones coming out. And she wanted to know, and I need to talk with her yet about all this one now that I've actually watched the thing. But I was telling them the one day they came to visit, and I said, I really don't wear my watch anymore. And they both, because my aunt goes through AFib, so she wears hers. And they both kind of looked at me. They didn't say anything, but they gave me that kind of motherly look, like you should be wearing your watch. Like my aunt was kind of like, they kind of asked me, doesn't it tell you if you're, in AFib? Like, don't you get the notifications for that? Just kind of subtly being like, you should wear your watch. So I probably should upgrade my watch because it's getting to the point where it's not going to work soon. That's the one thing I feel like I do keep. I've had a few Apple Watches and I do keep them a long time before I upgrade them. Kimberly says, I have the 6. I need to upgrade it. I have the 6 too. That's the one I have. And I have not charged it in a while. I got to see if it'll even charge up and turn on because it's been not charged for very months and months and months. And sometimes they don't like that. I went for like a month one time without charging it and using my watch, and then I started it again. It took forever for that watch to sync and to actually get caught up to all the notifications and it took a very long time for it to work right. And so I've been kind of dreading using it, but I have the 6 too, and I get what you mean. Like the watches definitely do age out at a point. They will not sync with your phone anymore. That's the one thing about Apple. Like Apple's stuff, I think lasts a very long time, and that's why I use it. I have good luck with it. I think it's very useful. It works for me the way I like it to work. Whatever everybody else likes, that's great for you. I'm not one of those people that says you have to use it or think that it's the only way to be, but it works for me. I really enjoy it. I like the company. I used to work for them. They were a good company to work for. All around, I liked it. And the one thing, though, is that if you have a watch for long enough, which I do tend to keep them a long time, they will get to the point where they no longer connect to your phone. That's like, I have an old first gen watch. Not even first gen, it's just the Apple Watch. So I had the Apple Watch which they called, I think, like Series 0, because it wasn't even Series 1, it was Series 0. And then I got 2 years later, I did upgrade to the second gen watch, 2 or 3 years later, however it worked out. And I had that one for a while. And then I went to the Series 6, and I've had the Series 6 ever since. But they do stop syncing after a while, because I do tend to keep up with my phone longer than, or faster than my watches. I think that's why. Kimberly says their virus guard is superior. Yeah, you know, there aren't as many viruses for them, and they do keep you safer, I think. But yeah, it might be a time for some upgrades in the Thornton Jones household. We'll see. I haven't upgraded in a long time in most of my stuff, so we'll see. We'll see what we maybe can get or not. I'm also kind of afraid to spend too much to upgrade any other stuff, because I know my iPad is getting old, and I use my iPad a lot more than I use a watch. So I'm always like thinking, like, what if I need to do the iPad? And I shouldn't probably get the watch right now, but we'll see. The new operating system for the iPad still works on my iPad, even though it's an old iPad, and it is awesome. So if y'all have a relatively new-ish iPad and it will use the new operating system, I think people are really going to like it. Sandra says, my MacBook Air got a Trojan virus. It's fixed now. I had to pay $130 to get it fixed. That is highly unusual. That is, I mean, I'm going to knock on wood, but I have had Macs since I was probably 14 or 15, and I have never gotten a virus. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible. Obviously it is, but that's unusual, because I don't even hear many people who talk about that. So I'm sorry that happened to you. That's no good. Did they tell you how you got it? Was it through an email, or was it, how did you get that? This is the only reason I found out my printer stopped working, and that's why. That's wild. That is wild. I've dealt with Trojan viruses on many PCs for both work and personally, but never on my Macs. Never on my Macs. So that's annoying. That's really annoying. All right, I'm going to flip the camera around. I'm starting to get nasally. I was clear most of the day, and now I'm starting to get nasally. So I'm going to flip the camera around, and we're going to take a look. I have some of my little dishes. I'm going to show you my newest dishes that I got back. I'm super excited about them. I got them back from my pottery class yesterday. And then we're going to look at some lots tonight. And hopefully you all want to grab some stuff and keep me shipping stuff, and keep our bills paid, and keep Allegory Gallery going, right? And if you can't, please share this video with your friends, and maybe they can. We all know what it's like, you know? Some people can right now, some people can't. It always rotates around. But please don't forget to like and share, and do a lot of commenting. A lot of commenting, because comments are what makes the videos go round, we have found. The more comments we get in a video, the more viewers we get. There seems to be a pretty direct relation between the amount of comments we get and the numbers going up and up and up on our video. So please keep commenting, and as we keep going, don't slow down. Kimberly says, I'm fighting yet another sinus infection. My surgery is in 2 weeks. Oh boy. I know your surgery is right after the make-along, you said. So I'm glad we'll see you for the make-along, and then hopefully you can get some surgery, get some rest, and get that fixed up. All right, let me get my little light. Okay, I'm gonna take a drink too. But let me show you. Let me show you one of my new dishes. There it is, right there. I'll put that down there. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right. So this is one of my newest little dishes. I love making these little dishes. I think they're so cute. I hope people like them too, because I want to keep making them. I think they're really cool. I got a very positive feedback from one of the teachers at our studio. Um, she's mostly the hand building teacher, and she's like, I love, 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 love what you're doing with the dishes, with the new things. So that was really glad to hear that, because I'm not a hand builder generally. I usually like to work on the wheel, but these are all hand built, and um, I'm really enjoying this process, I have to say. So that's one of them. Sandra says, are they going to be on the website, or are you selling them here? They're going to go on the website. I talked about this a little bit earlier. We are working toward trying to do a little bit of a buyout for some warehouses that we know that are selling beads. And we're working on doing some fundraising for that. So my little dishes are going to go up on the website as part of that fundraiser we're going to start probably next week. So these will be available starting next week on the website. Norma says the dishes are really pretty and the perfect size for holding beads. Thank you. Anne says, I really like the little dishes. They are so charming. Thank you. I'm charmed by them, and I made them, so I agree. Thank you, Anne. I'm glad other people like them. Sandra says, yep, I saw that post. Good. Good. Sandra says, I love the dishes. I need some for beads. That's why I'm making them, thinking our people could use them for beads, right? Some people were saying they like the spirals, so I focused on making a few more little spirally ones. So this is another one. It's another one there. And I've been into really like dots lately, so I made this one. Sandra says, love the edges. Yeah, I'm having fun with that. I like this kind of style that I got going on here. And then I have this one, some darker blues. And it says, oh, I love the dots. Thank you. And I have this one, which I think is really fun. It's got spiral. Oh, there's Andrew.
Oh, that looks nice.
Wow, thanks.
You did a good job.
Thanks. This one has little spirals on the edges. Hold on, I'm going to make you a little smaller for a second, Andrew, while I'm showing these. Maybe. There we go. So this has spirals on the bottom, and then usually I spiral the spiral all the way around the edges, but this time I did little mini spirals on the edges. And then I do the various kind of rainbowy colors inside as well.
I didn't even see the little spirals before.
I know, you got to look at them, because I do little things on all the edges. Like this has dots on the edges. This one has the dots up the edges. This one has kind of the stars continuing up the edges. This one just spirals all the way. Let's see. I will be purchasing a few for my bead desses, Kimberly. Thank you. It says, love the celestial feel of these. Thank you. And it says, I love the rainbowiness of the spiral. Oh, this one? Yeah, I've been playing with this. So I started designing. So this is the one that I like the most right now. This is my kind of favorite one. And I was talking to you all yesterday, I think, that I have a mug. I have a few mugs I'm working on, and I'm doing one of the mugs in this kind of dotted pattern with these kind of colors. So I'm excited to see how that mug comes out.
Kind of like candy.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Let's see here. Susan says, love that spiral, and those colors are so yummy. The edges are great too. Thanks. I've been playing around. I don't put too much on the outside edges, so sometimes they're more plain, like on the outside, because I don't want the glazes to run in the kiln. These glazes don't seem to really run, which is really nice. So I might start playing more with the outer edge, but I've been kind of keeping it one color for the most part on the outer edge. This one I played a little bit around
I don't
with some
think
of the
you need
blues.
it.
What's that?
I don't think you need it because the edge is already decorated with that kind of scallop.
Yeah, I don't want to go too much. I want the insides to be more of the decoration. Um,
Plus,
Andrews
take
Ann
long.
says, what?
Plus, it'll take longer.
Yeah, these already take a long time. So, Ann says, hi, Andrew, sending you healing vibes. Susie says,
Okay.
love these little dishes, William. It's going to be hard to choose. Maybe a few, says Sandra. I hope people like them. But yeah, so I have 11. I have these 6, and then I have these original 5 that will also be going up with these other ones. When I like this one a lot too. This one I had fun with different colors on the inside edges.
It's like the dots, but with the baguettes.
Yeah.
That looks nice.
Yeah, I like this kind of design. And then that one. Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
So that's Sandra says, how many sizes too? They're all handmade. So there's technically 3 sizes. Because I do use I use like a cookie cutter to cut out the original circles, but then I hand pinch them into all these different like into the different sizes. So they turn from really 3 original sizes into just like various sizes. So when I put them on the website, I will be measuring kind of the open diameter, well, in the overall diameter for people. But yeah, they start with 3 different sizes, and then I just kind of pinch them out and shape them, and then whatever they end up, they end up.
They're kind of like sea urchins.
Yeah, I like them. That's kind of what they remind me. I like how they're kind of organic. I like this little style I've got going. So I'm going to keep making them, I think. We'll see if people keep liking them, but I think
We
they're
only
fun.
have like a couple hundred to go.
Couple hundred to go.
Well, if you think about it, if you do 100 of each size, then it's a couple hundred.
It's more than a couple hundred. Why am I doing a couple hundred?
Because you to really master something and get that muscle memory, you have to do it over 100 times.
Oh, well, if I can sell a couple hundred, I'll be happy to make a couple hundred, but we'll see.
I wouldn't worry about it. Just make them.
Just make them and then do what with them when they don't sell?
Well, we'll just have a lot of them, then I'll have them.
Then you'll have them. Nancy says, stopping by for a few. Been a day. Love your work, William. Thank you so much. Says, okay, thanks for explaining that. Yeah, they get cut out, and then I pinch and pinch and pinch and pinch and pinch and pinch till I shape, and then I can kind of pull up the edges. They get pinched until the edges get pulled up, and then they get kind of scalloped or whatever you want to call that, pinched out by hand. And then I kind of...
And they do it on a pie.
What's that?
What do they call that when they do it on the pie?
Yeah, I don't know. But my grandmother taught me how to do that. This is like a combination of my grandmothers. My one grandmother worked in ceramics, and my other grandmother taught me how to do pie and pie crusts when I was really young. So it's kind of like bringing that back.
That's nice.
Sandra says they would be perfect for your shows if you think about it. Andrew wants to make sure you're busy. He's always trying to keep me busy.
Hurry up.
Hurry up, do more, he says. All right, let me put these away. And let's get on with the show tonight before I dry out. I'm getting hungry too. I've not eaten enough today. I don't think I've eaten anything today. Oh, I did have peanut butter thing today. Okay. What letter am I going to use today? What have I not used yet? I should have figured that out, but I was already running late today. B R E. Don't think I've used that before. Doesn't look like it. We're going to use B R E. B R E. B R E.
Oh, did you see what I did?
What did you do? Let me move you over. What is this? What are you making?
These are vintage clothespins.
What are you doing with those vintage clothespins?
Suzanne says, is anyone else freezing? No, but I was earlier. I was freezing on the Facebook.
Oh, it was freezing up.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know why.
I'm streaming on my Facebook and it's not freezing up.
It didn't do it all the time, just every once in a while.
The quality dropped a little bit for a second, but it's back and I'm streaming okay. What are you doing with those clothespins?
So I drilled a hole.
Mm-hmm.
And then I screwed in the that. I don't
Is
know
that what you did at the cottage the other day?
Yeah, and kind of regretted it. I was trying to push too fast too soon, but that's all right. And plus, I use my foot, the one that hurts, for like my the gas pedal on the flex shaft.
Oh.
So, anyways, I made that, and then they're going to be little creatures.
That'll be cute.
I'm trying to make money for the small business boost sale thing that we're going to do.
Yeah.
Okay, you can take my face off.
He's like, get rid of my face now.
Well, no, I was like, why do they have to look at me looking at the camera?
All right, let's start looking at some beads. How about that?
How about that?
All right, these, Andrew's gonna have to tell me what these are.
I can't see it. That's a Veracite.
Veracite. I was wondering because I was like, I can't figure. They're $8 each. That's why. And I was like, they have to be something that's a little bit different than anything I'm thinking of right now. So these are Veracite. Really, really pretty, drilled lengthwise.
It almost looks like chrysoprase, but I know those beads, so the
Yeah, I was looking, I'm like, this isn't quite chrysoprase, but Veracite has a little bit of that, more of that kind of white in it.
It's kind of gemmy.
Yeah, this is a good quality Veracite. Now that you say that, I'm like, that makes sense, and these are a nice quality for that.
See that one? See, it's got almost like cloud formations on it.
Yeah, these two kind of, if you buy a pair, it's like these two are kind of a pair, and then these two are kind of a pair. Nancy says they'd be killer earrings. Yeah, they would.
Hold up that cloud one again.
Hold up that cloud one again.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that pretty?
Super pretty.
Well, I like it.
So they're $8 each. They're a little bit expensive, but they're super good quality.
For Veracite, it's kind of like turquoise's gemmy friend.
Yeah. So they're about 41 millimeters by about 11.
It's more rare than turquoise.
Yeah. So $8 each, BRE1. $16 is not a bad price for a pair of earrings of Veracite, really. That's kind of a good deal. May as well throw up the... What?
Go ahead.
I said I may as well throw up the other one I'm not sure about. So you can look. We only had this at 14, so it's really pretty, but...
well.
That's what I'm like. I don't know.
So the blue and the green, when it's like that color blue and that color green, it kind of looks
Like kyanite.
yeah, like kyanite. But then there's pieces that look like that one looks like kyanite.
Yeah.
But then kind of it looks like rutilated in some of it.
Yeah, I don't quite know what it is. And we didn't price it before as it should be if it were really kyanite.
Mm-mm.
So I
It's
think we I,
on Matrix.
I think we were stumped a little bit before and we just gave it a really good price.
It's real pretty.
It is a really pretty. So this is one of those that it's like I'm not quite sure, but it's pretty, and if it works for you, it's only $14.
I kind of feel like that's the one that they call Phoenix Stone. And then I asked them about it, and they're like, if we don't know the name of it, we just call it Phoenix Stone.
Just Phoenix Stone. Well, we just sold it, so somebody liked it. And for that person, it's about 11.5 millimeters by 20 millimeters for each. So there you go. Thank you so much. See, I like when that happens.
Said that it's pixelated now.
Yeah, Nancy, seems like people on Facebook are having issues. Are people on YouTube having issues?
I only checked on Facebook, and every once in a while it would freeze up.
Yeah, I said the quality on my Facebook did go down a little bit at one point, but it quickly fixed itself. But I don't know if most people here, we have 20 people or so watching, only 3 are watching on Facebook. So at least that's what it's telling me. So I don't know if everyone on YouTube's having issues or not. No probs on YouTube, says Norma. So might be a Facebook only issue.
Well, who knows? Facebook is like the Wild West.
Suzanne says, not a big fan of watching on YouTube. I know you like the Facebook.
I usually like the Facebook.
That's where I usually watch on Facebook, even though I do like watching on YouTube. But Facebook just is easier for me to pull up and watch at the same time. Nancy says it cleared up now. That's good. See, it doesn't last long, but it's been doing that off and on throughout the night. But I think it's a Facebook issue because Kimberly also said no issues on YouTube. All right, next up. What? These are $6. This is $6. I've only got one of these left.
What is it?
Suzanne says exactly. Diane says I have both up. Good job, Diane. Good job.
Keep them numbers up.
I know, right? So this is a mix that Andrew made of these kind of pearlescent vintage plastic beads.
That's a lot.
Yeah, you get the whole bag of these little pearly. They're super light, vintage plastic, all different shapes.
You know where I got those? In Rhode Island.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
But they're super pretty. Like, whoop, I just lost one there. Look at that. And they're vintage plastic. So you get the whole bag of them, $6 only. That's a lot of stuff in there for $6. Normally we sell like a strand of vintage plastic for $4 to $5. And there's probably at least 2-3 strands worth in here. So you're getting a really good deal.
I kind of want to go to Providence for my birthday.
You keep talking about that.
But if we go and do that warehouse thing, it's in the other direction, so never mind. But
we'll see. We'll see what we can do, right?
Hopefully. I'm a hustle.
Hustle.
But when do I not hustle?
I know.
I feel like that little girl who's not a little girl who's like, I'm a hustler. And then she's like, you wouldn't get it. You don't have the growth mentality.
Right? Oh, we just sold 3. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Remember, keep those comments coming because they help keep our numbers up. So the more y'all comment in the comment section, the more the numbers seem to go up.
Somebody asked me how old I'm going to be. I was like, I don't tell that.
He never tells his age.
I know. I was like, if you really want to look it up, you can look up my voter registration. Like, and then they were like, you can do that? I was like, actually, you can. By the way, hashtag.
Anna says, what are one again? These are Vericite.
Uh-huh.
Vericite, they're kind of in pairs here, but they're sold each. So they're $8 each. There are 4 of them available, but if you buy by the pair, there's one pair that's a little bit more like it looks like cloud formations, like Vericite normally looks like. And then there's one pair that's a little bit more just the green gemmy of the Vericite. So you can pick which one you want if you're buying a pair.
It does look very close to chrysoprase, though.
Oh, we just sold all of them.
Oh, thanks.
Just now.
Maybe that means maybe is that a little bit closer to going.
Right. So let me put those. I didn't even, the emails just popped up.
Anna, are you a Libra or a Scorpio?
Who?
Anna.
Oh, Anna.
She says, I have a pair from before. I was just curious. They're pretty yummy.
They are. They are.
I
All
used
right.
some of those with some pearls.
Oh, they'd be nice with pearls for sure.
Well, I made that necklace, remember? It had pearls and that Vericite and these like gold beads. And that we sold that in the green store.
Mm-hmm. All right. These are normally $150.
Anna says, I am a Libra, October. I thought so.
Bringing them down to 100 from 150.
Oh boy. Look at how you gonna go to the rave.
These are these beautiful natural opals that are treated to be colored.
Go to Coachella.
Right. And these are not like the junky ones you sometimes see. I shouldn't say that. They're not like the lower quality ones.
They're higher quality.
These are a higher quality. You can actually see they started with a really, really good opal, and then they colored them. So you can still see the beautiful quality of that high quality opal through the coloring.
He said, this is not garbage trash.
This is not the trashy ones. No, but sometimes when they do the coloring, they use the opals that have no flash and they just color them. And we have had some of those. I'm not going to say we don't.
Yeah.
But they're also not the higher priced ones. So the reason you're paying more
It's because there's flash in these.
is because they're still flash even though they've been dyed.
Aren't those fun?
And
like
they're really
space ride.
Yeah, like look at that on the camera. They're like blowing out the color on the camera. So pretty. And they are graduated slightly. So they start at about 4 millimeters, and at their biggest, they're about 6.5 to 7 millimeters. And they come on the sterling silver, lobster claw, and chain. So they were 150, bringing them down to 100. If anybody wants a strand, that's a really excellent discount. Their probably next stop is going to be the online store. We've not put those in the online store yet.
No. Anna says air sign or airhead, depending on how you look at it. I'm not going to call myself an airhead.
Right.
But I am closer to the Virgo cusp, so maybe that has something to do with it. But I do have an overwhelming sense of justice.
Yes, you do.
I know, almost to a fault. Like if I don't think something is fair, or if somebody's like doing something to somebody I care about, I can't help it. I get like,
he gets hot-headed.
I don't know.
Let me see how many of these I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
And I used to think that that was like, like a common thing. Apparently, that's not a common thing.
No, it is not.
I was like, don't everybody want to stand up to injustice? And just look at me.
No, they don't.
Oh, wow. I'll be quiet.
Norma says, I'm a Libra too, October 4th.
Oh,
Anna
happy
says,
birthday.
exactly, and I would not imply anyone is an airhead besides me, lol.
I guess I could be an airhead, but I don't really. I wouldn't describe myself as an airhead.
These are BRE5. They were $8. We were selling them at 40 cents each. I'm just putting them all together. They were $8. There's 20 of them. Bringing them down to $7 for you all. These are these little leaf check glass beads, vintage check glass.
I
Really,
think you have a lot of things that I think about, and I process a lot of things. So it may seem like I'm indecisive, but really I'm just weighing things out.
mm-hmm.
I also am an info gatherer. Are you an info gatherer?
Anna says, we are Wonder Woman all. We are Women all inspired justice. Susie said, it's definitely not a common thing. Only special people stand up for others.
Yeah, I don't like it when somebody picks on somebody. It just like something goes off in my brain.
He snaps.
Well,
Suzanne says,
necessarily snaps. My lips just cracked.
Suzanne says, my husband and our cats are Libras. And Diane's also a Libra, September 29th.
Oh, we need to have a party.
I know, it's going to be the Libra party up in here.
Correct. Somebody was getting lucky for Christmas and New Year's.
Anna says, Andrew, you can be a wonder guy with a truth lasso.
I don't care. It's like a Wonder Woman. I'll be Wonder Woman. I don't care.
Right.
It's like they said all clothes are unisex unless you're a little beep about it.
True, right?
Goodness,
All right.
I could make a cuff. Them gauntlets of power, whatever they're called.
This is BRE6.
But I'm not gonna mess around doing that because I got this sharp African porcupine claw in my hand.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's how you go blind.
This is one of the mixes I made with these high quality gemstones of Andrew's.
I said you did what? I had to avert my eyes. That's blue chalcedony.
Avert them again. You got this beautiful blue chalcedony. Then you got this gorgeous carnelian.
Look at it glow.
And then this Peruvian opal.
Gemmy.
And then this beautifully clear quartz drop.
And that's a real quartz, not synthetic.
And then this aquamarine faceted beryl.
Did I let you have that, or did you just get it?
Don't worry about it.
And
then this, I think, is serpentine, right? Or jade.
The good kind.
And then this is a dyed agate. Really pretty. And then this is a nice smoky quartz. Look at that.
Mommy, daddy, baby.
You get all of those for $12.
Basically free.
Basically free.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Huh. Susan said that she's a Sagittarius through and through. I could see that. Anna says, yes, you are my people. I always am turned off blank people who
by people who pick on others.
I can't see everything because it's so tiny.
I know.
And then I got this dollar sign in the way. I don't know.
I know. At least that dollar sign is a small circle now. They did fix it instead of being this huge long thing that took out all the comments after I complained to them.
Oh, good. At least they're listening.
Yeah, they are listening. I have to give them that.
Bless their heart, they're doing their best.
They are. They're trying to make you put out that link to get more people, but
Oh, like a affiliate link?
yeah, that's what that $ is to send out affiliate links.
Hey, Kimberly, you want to join our affiliate link?
I know, right? Want to use StreamYard?
It's awfully handy.
Let me bring these down to, I think I can come down to 32 on these.
What is it?
These are a black spinel heart,
Ooh,
faceted heart shape. You got the black heart.
that does pretty.
That'd be kind of fun for Halloween, right?
I've been accused of that.
Having a black heart.
Mhm.
And these are approximately 10.5 by 10 millimeters. One strand of those, black spinel.
Aren't those sparkly?
They are, look at them sparkling.
How much is it?
Only 32 right now.
Oh, that's
Was 45.
that's a good deal. I should angle my face down because otherwise you're gonna get a boogie angle.
What? What are you doing over there?
On like this.
Oh, you're looking up into the camera.
What was it? Somebody said something.
Anna says, I'm really glad StreamYard has been responsive.
Who said what before
And
that?
Suzanne says, I've been accused of having no heart.
I know. And that's like the opposite.
Oh, our friend Charlie says, Aquarius is lurking in the background. I want to eat that mix of crystals. Hope everyone is doing well.
Don't
We
need
haven't heard
to
from
eat.
you in so long, Charlie.
You haven't.
Oh,
We send each
y'all.
other cat videos. I don't know about you.
No, I don't get those.
Yeah, because you don't look at your messages.
I've been better about it lately.
He does it where he saves it up. So it's like in 3 weeks, every once in a while, I'll get like this crap ton of hearts as he goes through and looks at
It's true.
the memes I send.
It's true. Okay, so I pulled some Mayuki Delicas that we have. We have just one or two of each.
Did you take them off my wall?
No, I didn't. These were from my stash that I've used before.
Mm-hmm.
But these will probably go to Andrew's wall if people don't buy them. And
That's baloney. You definitely have a heart. Who, me or Suzanne?
both y'all.
Well, I try. You know, though, I'm not nice. See, here's the thing. I never claim that I'm nice. I think I'm kind, but I'm not nice. And there's a difference.
You're
In
kind, but not nice.
Minnesota, she knows what I'm talking about.
Huh?
Because there's a thing that's called Minnesota, or is it Minnesota nice or Midwestern nice?
Nice can be faked, says Anna.
Uh-huh. I can't fake it. My face shows it too hard.
These are Delica 8Os, line crystal purple.
Kimberly's like, let's get back to them beads and not stop talking about your personality traits.
These are $4.25 a tube down to $3.65. I've only got one tube available. Look at that purple line.
8O. That's a good size because it's not so micro mini.
And their purple line, look at that. Ooh. Those are nice. Being kind is way more important than being nice. Nice is fake. It's Midwestern nice. Just covers stuff up, says Anne. Minnesota nice is passive aggressive, says Anna.
Susan says that's Minnesota nice. We don't have that here in the something states.
We don't do that here in my state.
Oh.
And Kimberly says my face will tell on me. I get it.
Correct. I don't have that poker face.
We sold 7, so the black spinel hearts are gone.
Oh,
thank you so much.
And this says, I sent an email. Did I get blank time?
Did I get it in time? Yes, you got those.
Oh, thanks.
Be BRE9. Let me see. What do I got here?
Do you have more of the 8s and the Delica?
Nope, just that one still.
And it didn't sell?
Didn't sell.
You know, I like a size 8.0. It's like not too big. Sometimes I think 6.0 is a little bit too big. I mean, I guess it depends what you're doing, but usually I like 8.0. It's like that. It's not too big. It's not too little.
Okay, BRE9. Look at those.
Welcome to the disco.
That's lined dark topaz. And
A.
there are two of these available.
Don't forget the AB.
AB. Oh yeah, I forgot. Lined dark topaz AB.
Mm-hmm.
That's some bling right there.
All right. Well,
BRE9s. Let's see. Anna says, and Susan, I'd rather have genuine feelings than fake.
sure.
Kimberly says, I don't have any 8.0 Delicas.
Yeah,
What?
they don't really sell them a lot. It's usually they sell like 11s and 10s.
I didn't know that.
She has a poker face. I don't.
I don't think I do either.
Who, you?
Yeah.
You just smile.
What's that mean?
You can. He is good. He can talk to people that he don't like, and he just smiles and nods.
Oh, sometimes I can,
I can't. Not at all. Not even.
yeah.
I'm like, why are you talking? That's how come I get in trouble, and he don't get in trouble because he's a nice one.
They think I'm the nice one. Everyone thinks I'm the nice one.
Well, you're nicer than I am, that's for sure.
BRE10 is sparkling purple. Wait, is that the same thing? No.
No, it's darker.
Yeah, this one was the. There's the difference.
Sparkling purple.
So this one was lighter, and this one is darker.
It's got a little razzle dazzle on it.
Yeah, so that's BRE10.
They should
We
call
just
it Purple Rain.
we just sold one of the 9s, so there's only one left.
Thanks.
Thank
And
you.
this is pretty. I can fake it till I make it. Too much sales experience. Oh, I can't.
Yeah, I think that's how I got mine too, is sells. Sells.
Because I'm like,
Okay,
you gonna buy it? You don't want to buy it.
I'm gonna put the opals away. They're still available if anybody wants them. $100 per strand.
And somebody, you know how some people, they're really good at like flattering people? I'm not.
I'm not great at flattering people.
Like some people, I'm not going to name them, but they basically feel you up when you're getting the sale, and then people giggling and stuff. Like, ooh. I can't do that. I would feel so weird.
I know. I'm gonna put the black leaves away. The vintage check glass leaves. $7.
You mean nobody got that for the Halloween?
Nope, nobody got that.
Autumn, Halloween, black leaves. Maybe
Black.
show it. Just hold one up.
Just hold one up.
I feel like that one got skipped. Isn't that pretty? Nobody likes that. Somebody worked hard on that.
Look at the Halloween earrings you could make with that. BRE5, only $7 for all 20 of them.
Suzanne says I got mine from teaching. Oh, I'm never cruel to students, but I'm not gonna, if something don't look right, I'm not gonna say it looks good.
You got that art school education.
But I'm much kinder than they were, because they would like line stuff up and like shoot it with a BB gun, and then like step on it with a boot and crunch it.
Oh, 3 people just tried to claim the black leaves now.
See, you got them Wednesday earrings.
So those are now gone. Thank you so much.
I try to be genuine in everything, though I can be polite and nice to those I don't like. I can't. Boy, I try sometimes. It's like I got like something is inside me that is just like it's gonna pop out. My mom calls it the bad blood.
Yeah, you've been told you had the bad blood your whole life.
Correct, and it's not wrong.
Kimberly says, well, darn it, I missed out, huh? Yes, you did miss out, Kimberly. Somebody got to it before you.
Yeah, sometimes people talk to me like because they met me in my healing phase, in the healing era. They didn't know me when I was like less how you call it, emotionally regulated.
BRE 11, 365 each. 2 available. Is this pretty crystal lined crystal pale salmon?
And this is nope. That's what I like about you, Andrew. Something is important.
Honesty is important.
Oh,
That
yeah.
really does look like salmon too. Look at that color.
The pale meat.
They named that right.
So apparently there's a salmon. It's called a sockeye, and the salmon is like a pinky, like a reddish pink on the outside.
So they didn't name salmon for the inside meat of the color of the
No, but
fish?
that one is because it's
Yeah,
not that.
that one is.
That's like somebody's like salmon tartare up in here.
Right.
Well, maybe not. It's like the cooked salmon. This is cooked salmon. Suzanne says, I had a short fuse today. It was good I didn't something. Oh,
Good.
teach.
Oh, teach.
Yeah, I think a lot of people's tensions is running high today.
Yes, they are.
I'm gonna burn some sage later. Hey, you know what? This would be good for if you pick this color and the color next to it, you can make some white people's skin colors. You know, maybe a little bit of brown one. And then you can have like because you know you gradiate. That's your
White.
color.
That's my color right there.
They color matched you. That one too.
Color matched.
Did you ever do that when you put your hand on that thing at Lowe's and it tells you what color you are?
Oh. I've never done it to my skin, no.
I did, and it was like cannot compute.
Cannot compute. Nobody wants these beautiful gemstones. I guess, Andrew, you get them back.
Well, good,
He's like, well, good, because they shouldn't be that price anyway.
correct. What is it? Anna said something silvery. What?
Sockeye is great. Copper River salmon is really pink.
For eating?
For eating,
Gertie, that she loves that talk.
Gertie, she's the little fish eater.
She loves her a little sardine.
Uh-huh. I didn't get her any sardines today. She's out.
We used to get this bougie cat food that they used to make in the Philippines, and they would
Tiki cat.
tiki cat, and it had like sardines and like quail eggs and stuff. And the other cats were like, "What's this? Give me that junk food." And Gertie, she'd eat so many of the sardines that her belly would get super round.
It's true.
She'd get a little bit gassy, but it was so cute.
So now, because we don't get that food anymore, we buy her sardines every once in a while.
Donna said something cream.
My first thought was a creamsicle with those colors.
You know what my thought is? Limoncello. That's a lemon.
Anna says, I like Tiki Cat for my cats. It's a really good food.
Mm-hmm.
It's just with 5 cats, it's a little expensive for us right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good quality food. It's made actually in the Philippines in a processing plant that's approved for human food. So the
And
quality is
you could
really
eat
high. Look at this color.
blue. Charcoal.
Opaque turquoise AB.
That looks nice.
I know. Nobody seems to want these tonight. I thought people were going to like the seed beads, but nobody's grabbing them. I have a bunch of them, but maybe I'll just stop here because nobody's grabbing them.
They string up so fast, though.
I know. Does anybody want me to keep going, or y'all don't like the seed beads?
What did Kimberly say? That's what happens when I'm away from the something. The desk?
That's what happens when I'm away from the desktop.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have like 9 or 10 more lots of the seed beads I was going to do. I'm going to have to do something else, I guess.
You can give them to me. I'll take it.
Andrew says, I'll take them.
I'll
Let me do.
Oh.
Let me do one more. Let's see. Maybe these ones.
And this is what size? The 8-0.
These are all 8-0.
And Delica.
Delica 8-0.
And then what? Tiger Eye Spacers. What? I don't like to touch my phone because I got dirty fingers from polymer. But also,
hold on. Let's see.
It's so rickety that if I try to touch the phone, it's going to fall over.
Suzanne says, would the cream go with Tiger Eye as spacers?
Sure.
I don't think I have Tiger Eye, but I have these pearls of Andrews. Look how they go really well. It's kind of the same coloring. I don't have any Tiger Eye here right beside me, though. But yeah, I would say so. Anna says what? Oh, seed beads. Continue with the seed beads, please, says Danette. Donna says, my one cat has allergies and possible IBS and needs to be on an IVD diet. Not heard of IVD, but that's hard, I'm sure.
We call Ida IDB sometimes.
IDB, Ida Bell.
That's her little alpha name. IDB.
Kimberly's asking, how did the cicadas work out, Andrew?
Still working on them.
Still working on them.
I also made these.
Made what? Oh yeah, I like those. All right, BR, you want to go with the seed beads some more? I'll do a few more seed beads. We just sold both of the 12s. Thank you so much.
Limoncello.
This is the Delica 8-0 medium blue iris.
Oh, I love the irises. These are like Technicolor. See, there you go. There you go. Now you're not looking through the tube.
Yeah, maybe I need to do this on them. So that's $3.75 a tube, 2 tubes available. Here, let me open this one. This is back to 13. There you can see that AB finish better on them.
Kimberly, this is my pantry soup turned out so yummy.
Oh, good.
You know what makes a real easy soup? There's this thing called Ramen Bay. I don't know if you ever saw that, but it's like this like freeze-dried vegetables and stuff. And it takes like 4 minutes and it's so fast and it makes a good soup. What is pantry soup? What you got in your pantry you make into a soup. I don't know if that's what Kimberly is doing, but that's what we do.
Yeah.
Look how pretty that is.
That's super pretty. That's 10. This is 9. We have still one of 9 left. If I can get this open. There we go.
That purple is like a Prince color. You know, Purple Rain. Not that.
Those are really pretty. And then this is 8. We just sold both 14s. We sold a 9, the other 9. Thank you so much.
That'd be like the students, the other students at that school on Wednesday.
All right, there we're selling some. That's 8 sold. Thank you so much.
You know what I'm talking about? Them coats they wear, them blazers.
9 are both sold. What coats? What are you talking about?
You know, on Wednesday, the other kids,
Oh yeah,
all the other kids wear that purple and black outfit.
14 are sold out. Thank you so much.
I wonder if they did that because they're like Baltimore Raven colors.
We just sold the 10. Thank you so much. Kimberly says, did I get 1 of 14? You did, Kimberly, yes.
Nice. What is that? Pantry to make a soup, and I added frozen tortellini.
I used whatever I had in the pantry to make a soup, and I add frozen tortellini.
Sounds good. Bless you.
Thank you. All right, we sold 1 of 13. We still have both 11s. Nobody wants this salmon color.
That could be cute. You know who Bead Crumbs is?
It's really pearlescent. It's really pretty, actually.
Oh, don't look at Bead Crumbs.
You're gonna go
get addicted.
and get addicted to bead crumbs. Andrew got a little addicted to bead crumbs.
I know, and they're like potato chips. Once you start with one, then you're like, oh, what? I'll do a.
Tell them what bead crumbs is.
So it's a designer, and I think she's out of Hawaii, and it's all brick stitch, and it's all super cute stuff. Like really, really cute.
You made some cute little witch earrings from them.
Mm-hmm. And I made a little dragon, and
they sell the patterns.
Yeah, and you know what? I can make it from a picture. I don't need to buy the pattern, but I always buy it because it's like 99 cents.
Yeah, he likes to support them.
Yeah, I don't want to knock them off.
Delicaline crystal, pale yellow luster.
No, that's maybe limoncello.
Yeah, that's definitely limoncello right there.
You know, I used to think that I love limoncello. Like in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's so delicious. And then I actually had it, and I was like,
yeah, because it's got that rindy taste.
It has the taste of a rotten lemon to me.
A rotten lemon.
Correct. And I know what that tastes like because I grew up in Florida.
You've had enough rotten lemons in your life?
Well, my siblings used to throw rotten fruit at me, so.
Oh, nice. It's not bad in a martini, says Kimberly. Thank you, Suzanne.
Limoncello? Maybe.
This one is Line Crystal Yellow Luster.
I think I like sweet stuff now.
This is kind of like a orange Julius kind of color, I feel like.
They said rotten lemons.
I'm dying laughing here. Rotten lemons, says Suzanne.
Oh.
Make a lemon drop with it, says Kimberly.
Oh, I do like a lemon drop cookie.
Lemon drop cookie.
I eat the panful. I should probably stop telling stories because their numbers just drop.
Numbers drop. People stop buying.
They're like, oh, here he goes crying about his childhood. Oh, well.
These are a little more expensive at $3.80 a tube.
What is it?
Let's find out. Blue Iris.
Iris is always more expensive.
Yeah.
Susie says she's here.
Oh, we just sold one of the 16s. Thank you so much. Look at that. That's beautiful.
I have to do something, use some lemon cookies.
Huh?
She said she's going to do something with some lemon cookies.
I'm going to have to make you some lemon cookies.
Do you make it from the cake batter? I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently that's a thing.
Susie says, love the blue iris.
You know what I love? And I ate so many of these, I almost made myself sick once. Is lemon bars.
Oh.
You remember they used to sell it at Witchcraft?
Mm-hmm.
And then I would get the day old ones because people didn't, they would like put it next to a brownie and everybody's like, oh, brownies, brownies. And then nobody bought the lemon bars.
Oh. We sold one of the 17s. Thank you so much.
And this is spell check reverse my letter. Should be DIDV diet. It's prescription food.
Single protein.
And then Danette says 16 looks like Jelly Belly tangerine jelly beans.
Yeah,
Oh,
it does.
I love a jelly bean.
I know. This is Sparkle Rose Line Crystal.
I love this. Don't eat the beads, y'all.
That looks like a raspberry right there. Raspberry sorbet.
Rose candy. What you talking about?
I don't know. That looks like my raspberry sorbet to me.
I'll have some. The Talatantalantan.
We just sold one of those. Thank you so much.
Them juicy. And you know what? Those make the blush on the cheeks for that if you're going to do them bead crumbs.
Oh, little blush cheek.
You know what? It lasts forever because you only need 2.
Yeah. Make the cutest little earrings. Anna says, now I'm hungry again. Me too. I haven't eaten yet.
For ice cream?
For everything. I'm going to put 11 away.
I do that for the skin.
This is the salmon. 11 is still available. Nobody got even one of these.
That's all right. I'll use it for the bead crumbs.
When he makes my skin color.
I'll make little Williams.
Little Williams. Little William earrings.
Angela says, I'm checking in on you.
Hello, Angela. We're going to put 13 away. We've got 113 left. We've sold one of them.
Wouldn't that be pretty with some leather?
Ooh, that would be really pretty with leather, like a brown leather.
Hey, you know, my friend Juliana, you know her?
I know her by name.
She goes, sir. She sells that loom, and that would be real nice to put on that loom.
Both 18s have sold. Thank you.
And the reason why these are good for the loom is because they are pretty evenly sized, and then they lock together. So you don't, so they kind of fit. Sometimes roll cows, if you try to bead them together, since they're rounded on the edges, they don't always like to sit together.
Yeah.
Well, I'm fine, Angela, but I'm not going to show you my foot. Somebody was like, I don't believe you. And I was like, F you. No, I didn't say that, but I thought it in my head.
Right.
I could show you a picture of my foot. And then we just go do this for the evidence.
Kimberly says, love Juliana.
She's funny.
All right. Ooh, these are nice.
She's cracking me up because she was trying to make her hair as tall as it would go.
Sparkle Aqua Line Crystal. Look at that.
The pink.
That's that blue raspberry.
Put it next to the pink one.
The pink one, I took them away. They sold already.
Well, look at it together with your eyes.
With these?
What do you think?
With 18? Look at those together. Those are pretty.
Kimberly said, I can see you doing that. Making my hair tall.
What?
It's not hard. This is pretty much as high as it goes. Now my eyebrows are another conversation.
They go higher than your hair.
They're like a bush.
We've sold one of these so far.
She said, "Oh, her." Ooh. Well, she's from New Jersey, isn't she? The Jersey Shore.
Somebody's trying to get into the room up here.
Oh, probably Gilbert.
Oh, we sold both 17s. Well, we just sold we had one of these sold, so we just sold the other one.
That's nice.
Thank you. We sold we sold both 19s now.
Sunshine Yellow.
Hmm.
Angela says, I never think of leather and seed beads. I'm scary something the seed beads.
I'm scary about the seed beads.
What? You never heard of Chanlu?
I know, right?
How many things we did at that Chanlu class?
Oh my goodness.
I
Couldn't stop teaching those.
That one summer people came in and they we used to share our store with the bookstore. The bookstore lady, she probably made, I kid you not, probably 100 of those bracelets.
Yeah, she wanted to learn herself so that she could start selling them.
And she did.
And she did.
Bracelets.
She went wild with them. Look how pretty this is.
That's pretty.
BRE 20, two of those available, $3.65 each.
That's what you call a jewel tone.
Yes, it is.
That's like that little redhead girl's dress on the Wednesday. You remember?
No.
When they're doing that dance. Maybe a little bit darker.
I don't know.
He's like, I don't know. We just watched it. But
I know. I don't know. Sparkling Peridot lined crystal. We just sold one of the 20s. Thank you.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Whoa.
It's like a celery color.
It is. That's really pretty. I like that green. Only one of those available.
Suzanne says, I like those bracelets. I felt really accomplished when I made one. Yeah, they're not, it's kind of like a weaving, because you have to like weave the beads in between the leather.
Mm-hmm.
Our friend Maria Richmond, she used to teach her version of it. And she'd use 2 needles instead of just one.
Okay, I think let me dig around here, but I think that's all the seed beads I've got. I think that's it.
Wouldn't that be pretty with the yellow?
These colors sitting here are pretty together.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice kind of combination together.
Kind of citrus.
Yeah. You got the orange, the lemon, and limey. Okay, let me see. 15. I don't think we sold any of 15.
Not even one?
Not even one of the yellow? What? All right. 16. We've sold one of the 16s. So we've still got one of those available.
Is that the one Danette called the jelly bean flavor?
Yeah. And then we've sold one of 20. So we've got one of those, and we've still got 21.
Do y'all like the word celery?
Celery.
Do you want to know what my high school mascot was before it was kind of racist? They were called the celery feds.
The celery heads?
Feds, like they got fed on the celery.
Oh, celery fed.
Because I guess that celery was like their biggest crop.
Oh. In Florida? I guess that is a thing, huh?
Mm-hmm. They grow vegetables in Florida, William.
I know, that's where all the tomatoes come from.
Mm-hmm. They're in Plant City. We drove to Plant City and it was to get strawberries.
2, 3.
Like my parents, they would drive. I laughed myself hoarse because there was a clip of there was a show that I don't know if it's still on. It's called Fresh Off the Boat, and I feel like I must have known this person because they grew up in Florida and they're Asian, so obviously we knew each other. But the little girl, she comes to the door and she brings some oranges, and then she's like, "I bought them wholesale," and the mom is like crying with joy.
I like that show. That was a funny show.
It was cute.
So these are they're shaped horn.
What is a Creole tomato? Because Suzanne says Louisiana has the best Creole tomato.
You had talked about those Creole tomatoes before too. Oh, I did have another seed bead. Hold on.
I'll look up at the Creole tomato.
All right, one more seed bead tube. Only one of these, $3.80 for this one.
More like a Kelly green.
TR transparent green AB.
Oh, there you go. Maybe not.
I know you can't see that as well through the tube, right?
AB, you can't see it.
So there's
a variety of tomato, very seasonal. Is it big, small, lots of pulp, more flesh? Is it orangey kind of red or a different color?
Andrew's got all the questions.
Is it more shaped like a Roma tomato, or like a Cherokee tomato?
Has anyone else ever had a Creole tomato?
I've never heard of such a thing.
I know I looked them up before. We sold the horn beads. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Those make great earrings because they're super lightweight.
Yes, they are. I'm going to put away these seed beads here. Still have one of these available.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on tonight. My nose is like starting to get
Do you have your window open?
Huh? The window is open, yeah.
Mm.
Something's happening. My allergies are kicking up real hard right now.
Suzanne says more flesh, large tomato color, looks like a regular tomato. All right, well, let me go to New Orleans. Maybe I want to go to New Orleans for my birthday.
Oh, fancy.
I'm gonna have to sleep on Suzanne's couch. And be like, Georgia, can I teach at your place?
I know, make a little money while we're there.
No gas money.
DRE 24 is this whole bag of these beads.
Oh, these are really fun beads.
I'm going to pour out a few so you can see.
I'll make sure to hug on Barnaby before I go, and then Cinnamon will like me.
Right. So these beads come together.
That's not how they go.
He's like, that's not how they go.
Let me think about how they fit together. They fit together kind of unusually when you string them up, but they don't make the rounds usually.
Let me see if I've got...
Kimberly says, I Googled it. They look like beefsteak tomatoes, and Google says that Creole refers to where it was grown. All right. Maybe because of the sandy soil.
I don't know. What's your...
I don't know. They're supposed to be like interlocking, but not like into a ball.
Well, if you
But
put something in between them, they would have a little bit of space. And they look pretty cool.
you know where I got some of the best strawberries? In the Hamptons.
Oh, yeah?
Because they grow them next to the beach, and so it's got like salt water air goes into the strawberries somehow. You'd think it'd kill them, but somehow it makes the flavor like really intense.
Huh. We've just sold 24, so thank you so much.
I think, does Teresa live on Long Island?
I think so.
That's basically the Hamptons.
Okay, let's see here. What's next?
I used to take the train out there.
I never went out there.
I used to go there all the time. Oh, I went to this beach called Jones Beach because there was a stadium out there.
I
And
heard of Jones Beach.
I heard the most horrible stories about it way later. I'm not going to tell it. But if you like the true crime, look that up.
Oh boy.
Horrified. They give me nightmares, so I'm not going to talk about it.
I have 6 of these available. We had them at $12. I'll bring them down to 10.
I'm surprised with my penchant for finding human remains that I don't find any.
You get a whole bag of these.
Those are nice. Those are vintage check.
And they would go great with like some of these seed beads that we were doing as spacers in between.
Get that colored Softlex out again. Let's see it on that Softlex. It kind of picks it up.
Yeah, you can see it through there.
Not like a lot, but the ones are frosted. I love a good frosted bead.
Mm-hmm.
In like a gumdrop shape. Don't eat the beads, Charlie.
Don't eat the beads, Charlie.
That's
Look at this, like
gonna be your shirt.
any of these seed beads we've been doing.
Don't worry about it and don't eat the beads. I did have a sign up in the store for a long time that said don't lick the beads.
Well, it's still on the treasure chest thing.
And people, they're like, you mean people lick the beads? But then I caught it was in the people putting them in their mouth. I said, you gotta buy that.
Yep.
Never in all my life will I put beads in my mouth at a store. Not you can if I have beads in my mouth, you know it's something like Delulu time.
Something's wrong.
I know go call somebody for the help because if I got beads in my mouth that I found at the store, then y'all know something wrong.
All right, this BRE26 is a lot of vintage plastic.
Ooh, there's a lot in it.
Yeah, that's a big bag of various size and shape vintage plastic for only $6. That's the deal tonight.
It's a pretty tomato color.
Look at that with some of the swirls in it, that shampoo-y effect. You got some that are more of a purpley
You
purpley
know
orange.
who into the vintage plastic? You
What'd
know,
you say?
do you know who got me hooked onto the vintage plastic?
Who?
Heather D. Simone.
Heather D. Simone.
She used to have a shop up in Portland, Maine called Off the Beaten Path or something like that. They all kind of sound the same. Um, and one time we went at Ava's show in Tucson, and they used to have it in this hotel where you went into the rooms and it would be like their own little personal showroom. And they would have a thing where it was like a wine night. And so you would go and they would be like, here's some wine. Bless you. And
Hold
then
on, everybody. I'll be back. Keep them entertained, Andrew.
I'll do my best. So we went there and I was like, what's this? What's this? And then she had these vintage plastic and I was like, because I only like gemstones at that point. And I was like, And then I found this really beautiful one that had like a shampoo effect. And it had these like marks on it, like these kind of futuristic marks. And I said, oh, this kind of alienation style. And she goes, oh, and this one's alienation. I was like, that's not alienation. And she was like, yeah, what about this one? Is this one alienation? And one of the things is that if you get me laughing, generally speaking, I'm more apt to spend money if I start laughing. And so some of them knew that. And so they would try to get me to crack up. And some of them are good at it. Anyways, let's see. That's a beautiful color. I don't know if that's sold or not, but I think that's a nice variety pack. A little snack pack of red beads. Kind of that reddish orange, kind of tomato color. I've been thinking about doing pressing out some polymer. I've been trying to do it while I'm watching the live, but I keep watching the live super hard. But I've been thinking about doing some polymer. I don't know if y'all know this, but I do polymer. And here are all my molds. Well, not all of them, some of them. Is there one that you wanted, that you saw, that you never got? That you're like, I have my heart on that, set on that? Because maybe now's the time. I was thinking of making a little rocket ship. Because we're thinking about calling, because we're trying to make some money to do, well, we're trying to make some money to do a lot of things. But one of my friends is moving their warehouse, and they're offering some really, really good deals. And of course, this always comes up when we're like disasperated for cash. And so I'm trying to make a little extra so that we can go over there and kind of stock up. Because we haven't really been importing any new beads because of the tariffs and stuff. And somebody's like, "Oh, you don't have to worry about that." But then my friend got $1,000 bill in the mail, and I'm like, I can't be messing with that. Suzanne says Aquarius mold. This one. Let me show you.
I'm back.
Where's them kids pouring their water?
Oh, we just sold 26. Thank you.
So anyways, we're trying to make some stuff.
What are y'all talking about?
I was telling them about how my friend is moving their warehouse. Well,
Oh,
first,
yeah.
story about, you know how we went to that Ava show, and then I was talking about the alienation, and then I was talking about how if they could get me laughing, generally speaking, I would buy stuff.
It's true. All right. These, we originally had them at $2 each. Then we did them at $1.50 each. And now I'm doing the whole lot at $1 each for $8.
Suzanne said yes. I can make a couple.
And these are the carved flowers.
That's howlite.
Carved howlite, natural howlite flowers. And that's the last of what we've got. They're about 18 millimeters. $1 each, $8 for the whole lot.
They also call that white turquoise. Did I tell you about that story?
Yeah.
So there's a resort near where we live. I'm not gonna name names in case they're watching, and they'll be like, "How come you talking shit?" And I'll be like, "I'm not." Um, but there were these people, and they kept coming in, and they're like, "Oh, white turquoise! Oh, white turquoise! So rare, so special." And they went on and on about this white turquoise, and they're like, I got blue, I got Sleeping Beauty, I got Kingman, I got Hubei, I got all this kind of turquoise. Like, no, I want the white turquoise. It's like the purest turquoise. And I was like, all right. And I was like, where'd you see this? Because I've never heard of this. And they're like, oh, it's up at the resort. And I was like, all right. So eventually I went up to the resort and I was looking around and I saw this display for white turquoise. You know what it was? It's all howlite. And I mean, I like howlite, but they were raving about it. Like they had
Well,
this
they were charging astronomical prices for howlite.
correct. Like, I mean, like $400 or $500 for like a stretchy bracelet. And I was like, looked like I got stunned with the stun.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you can get it, more power to you. But don't make up stuff.
Right. These are vintage plastic. And you get the lot of 7 of them for $5.
No, that looked like candy to me.
I know.
What? Kimberly says, yeah, I know, but something.
Not, I think it's supposed to be, yeah, no, not happening.
For the howlite, the $400 for the howlite bracelet, stretchy.
Right.
I was a little bit shook. As the not children say. They kept saying things like, and by children, I mean like 20-year-olds. They were saying things like huge, massive. That's massive. They kept saying everything's massive. That's massive. And there's like, are you calling me fat? And then they're like, no, we don't fat shame. We don't body shame.
There you go. That's good, at least. Suzanne said it's irritating when people make up names for stones.
Yeah. Kimberly said, yeah, I'm not paying $400 for a stretchy bracelet in any stone, especially not howlite. You know, I would if it's some indicolite. Well, I'm not personally. I'm not gonna buy anything right now that's one strand. But if I win the lotto, or when I win the lotto, there may be signs.
This is peridot. You don't have to pay $400 for it. It's only $14.
You know, in Hong Kong, they have this special kind of stretchy cord, and it's like I don't know what they do, but you can swing from like a off the roof of a building with it because it's so bouncy and strong.
All right. Let me move some of these out of the way. What do I do with the bags? Oh, we sold 27. Thank you so much. That's the howlite, the white turquoise.
A white turquoise, very affordable price.
Very affordable. We're giving you the deal of the century on that one.
I like them, and you know what? It's carved some stones, and you know what? It's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, you're not doing that for $8.
No, I couldn't, because I'm not fast enough. I told somebody, they're like, "Oh, I would put you in my sweatshop." I'm like, "But I'm a slow worker. Like I'm a hard worker, but I'm slow."
Hardworking but slow.
Let's just be honest. I'm not how you call quick. You know how some people they like you are sometimes quick. So like we would take a class together in the early days and he would be like la di da and it'd be done. And then I've been like I'm just barely opening the package, the kit, and trying to arrange it.
Sometimes that happens.
What did it? Can opal be carved or is it too soft? You can carve pretty much anything, but I would be scared to carve it because you know, it's opals.
This is a
But it,
vintage crystal strand.
but it might be a delight. What Kimberly said that is called a perfect.
A perfectionist.
Oh, what? I'm not. Who, me? I'm not. I'm not perfectionist.
This is 6mm faceted around vintage crystal strand.
I do think I like things to be a certain way.
$7. BRE 30. Yes, you do like things to be a certain way.
But I don't think I would be called a perfectionist.
Sometimes you have a hard time letting go of your artwork sometimes until it's perfect.
But that's just because it doesn't look right.
Okay, these are $2 each, down from $2.50. I can only bring them down to $2.
He said, tread carefully.
And these
Here be monsters.
are these quartz drops.
They look like those glass gumdrops.
I know they look like the glass ones, but these are the quartz.
Mm-hmm.
And they're $2 each, 10 of them available.
I love those. I made a necklace with that, and it had a bunch of ammonites, and it had some African brass and some borosilicate glass from Bobby Rhodes. I don't even know if he's still alive. And it had some of those come down. And there was a serpentine, kind of like, it looked like a claw. And it was in a magazine. It's called Trucadoro.
What was it called?
Trucadoro.
Trepadoro.
It's a bar in Philadelphia. Kimberly says, I am slow because I have a high attention to detail and I'm trying to be a perfectionist. Well, that's good. All my stuff's a little bit wibbledy-wobbledy.
These, I believe, are vintage Czech or German.
I think Japanese.
Oh, Japanese. Vintage Japanese rounds.
This is a Cherry Blossom Company.
And they're about 15.5mm. $2 for the set of 4.
That doesn't seem like vintage Japanese prices.
I don't know.
That seems like vintage Czech prices.
I don't know. They were 50 cents each before, but we're down to 4, so I made them $2.
Because I have that those couple strands.
I know.
Kimberly says, I'm not really, just enjoy the process.
I'm going to put 25 away. Nobody's bought any of those.
What is it?
Those are those drops.
Oh. Which ones? Oh, the gumdrops?
Yep.
Y'all don't like it?
Nope. Nobody liked them.
Winter's coming, y'all.
Nobody liked these either. 28.
Them
Throw them away. Nobody wants them.
lemon tort.
Lemon tort. Nope. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants the strand of peridot for $14.
That one you can mark to 10.
$10.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, Andrew's giving it away tonight.
Maybe. You'll be early for next year.
These are about 3.5 millimeters by about 5.5, 5.5. We sold 32 twice though, so this is the Czech/Japanese glass.
I think they're Czech. But they look like the Japanese ones I had.
No one wants the vintage crystal.
Well, it hasn't been on very long, has it?
Nobody wants the quartz.
You can call it iced tea, and that's the ice.
The ice and the iced tea.
You got a straggler.
Okay. Let's see what else I've got in my bag.
Wouldn't those make cute earrings? Those little drops.
I think so.
Show it with a peridot. Wouldn't that look nice? Maybe. Maybe with a little bit of amethyst. Susie says, I always had a hard time figuring out what to put with peridot. Still love it though. You could put it with garnet. Garnet would look beautiful with some silver spacers. Or pearls, if you wanted to go that route. Citrine. Amethyst.
These are Hill Tribe silver. $7 each. Little pendants or drops. 4 of them available.
Wouldn't that make a cute little bracelet or earrings?
Those are about 27.5 by about 14 millimeters. We just sold the peridot. That price reduction pushed it over the edge.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Okay.
You snorchy McSnorcherson tonight.
I know. My nose is completely stuffed now, and it's running at the same time.
Usually that's me.
I know. I feel like you now. These are $1 each. We've got 14 of them. Figured these would be good for Halloween. These are these resin skulls.
We never put those Halloween kits online.
I know. You were going to do more, so I haven't done them yet.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to do any more at this point.
And these are approximately 14 by 26 millimeters. We also just had the sale, and I didn't want them to be right on sale right away.
I get that.
Somebody tried to get 29 again. Sorry, it's already sold. I think think this is S word. Is this S word?
Maybe.
It was $10.
That's probably S word. Icons.
Yeah, it's a shorty strand.
Did I ever
Pretty
tell you about that time I edited that book? And so I worked as a tech editor, and there was a main editor, and she was kind of like would develop the content, and so she was always leaving notes on the stuff I edited, and I think it's because she didn't like me. But so she tried to change the name of bicones to double pointy beads.
in the book, in the
I
magazine.
was like, nobody's gonna be able to find these if you do that. When
Yeah,
they,
imagine somebody coming into the store saying, "I'm looking for some double pointy beads, please."
and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I was like, there's a name, and she goes, well, it doesn't come up on my spell check. Always says it's wrong. I was like, open any jewelry magazine, and you'll see it.
Yeah, Rondell always says it's wrong too, but it's an actual thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is furnace glass,
Bless her heart.
the rainbows,
Those are cute.
and you get all of them, 8 of them, for $4.
I was saying, you need to take some medicine and go to sleep.
I know I do. I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna take some NyQuil and go to bed.
They have that NyQuil that you can take for your heart.
Yeah, I have that. My aunt got me some of the special one. So you get 8 of those, $4. That.
Kimberly says, I ate 2 bowls of my soup. That was a mistake. I'm full.
I want 2 bowls of food right now.
This maybe with maybe you're just hungry.
I am definitely hungry.
Well, how many more you got left?
I'm on 36. I'm trying to make it through here.
40.
Yep. And then I got to do the spreadsheeting.
Yeah.
The invoicing.
Did you sell any of those little Hill Tribe silver calla lily drops?
Nope.
How come?
I don't know. Nobody wants them.
You didn't make it sound appealing.
I don't know. I've tried to sell these before too, and nobody wants them, and I don't know why. Why don't y'all want these?
See how you gonna turn it around on y'all?
Why y'all hate these so much?
So I think those would look really pretty with like a satin gold chain, like a paperclip chain.
We just sold 35, the S word, and we just sold 36, the furnace glass.
And maybe like Suzanne says that she has one of the little lilies.
Oh, good. Thank you.
I think those would be real pretty with that gold satin gold paperclip chain and maybe a little bit of quartz. The little quartz drops that are matte. Wouldn't that be pretty?
Oh,
And
yeah.
whenever you moved your hand, it would catch the light. Don't you think?
That'd be nice. I like that idea.
Maybe make it.
Maybe make it, he says. Maybe. All right. I lied about not having more seed beads, apparently. I don't know how I missed them. But I've got these.
Mauve.
Mauve AB. Transparent mauve AB. Look at that color.
That sounds pretty. They should change the name. I don't mind it, but it doesn't sound like it doesn't have enough like razzle dazzle.
Mauve.
Nah, it reminds me of B. Arthur.
I was going to say. B. Arthur.
Because she's on that show Maud.
Maud. She was Maud. I like that show, though.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call that color and that character they don't correlate.
No.
I've been like, Fantasia.
Fantasia. Okay, I've got one of
Cosmic
these.
Berry.
What?
Cosmic Berry.
Cosmic Berry.
Doesn't that sound more like that?
Somebody just tried to grab 35 again. Sorry, it's sold out. This is silk.
Oh, I used to love that stuff.
Stitched edge silk. This
Mm-hmm.
funky pattern. And there's one strand of it, and it's $6.
You know where I got that from? UT and Gunther.
UT and Gunther.
And I said, I'll be like, am I saying your name right? And she just smiled. And then I said, I'm not saying it right, are you? And she goes, no, but it makes me feel American. And I was like, it's like Uty Cutie. And she just smiled and laughed. But they used to live in this they used to live in Germany, and I think they moved back. But they had this like travel trailer kind of like a RV type of situation. And so when it would get cold, they would go to the desert, and they had these racks. And she showed me pictures about how when they paint all the silk, they would hang it up on these racks, and it would just like blow in the wind.
Huh. I never got to see that.
Wow. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time.
I don't even know if they're still alive, to be honest.
We sold all of 37. Thank you.
Cosmic
And then
Oh, I love these. Labradorite. So this is rough labradorite and it's waxed. Isn't that pretty?
it's so wild.
I love a good rough stone. I kind of think it's like if you plucked it from the earth.
It looks like a kyanite almost.
The only problem is that you don't get as much of the flash from the material, and I can see why they don't do it like this. But I kind of like that. It feels nice. It has a nice hand feel to it.
Yeah, it does. And only $14 for the strand.
Yeah, I really love the rough stones, but they've waxed it, so it's not all. It doesn't feel kind of chalky. You know how sometimes the rough stones, it makes you feel like somebody's dragging their nails across a chalkboard.
It's about 11 by 26 millimeters. Yeah.
This doesn't have that vibe.
No, that's really cool. Yeah, it looks like I miscounted because I don't have a 40 in my bag. So let me see what I've got here. I'm sure I've got something around here. How about these? Let me see. What do I got here? Oh, we've sold all of the Hill Tribe silver.
Oh, thank you.
Somebody just grabbed all of those. Thank you so much. You're going to like those a lot. They're really cool. They're really pretty. Diane asks, why do they wax the stones?
So they're not dry feeling. It's like, you know, if you wax a table. And it helps protect the stones too, I guess. But just
Whew.
bless you.
Let's see. We had these they were $6.30. We'll do them at $5.50 for the lot. This is vintage check. And these little green-gray drops.
Those are pretty with the labradorite.
I was just going to say, those look really good with the labradorite, right? Thank you, Suzanne. Yeah, look how nice those look together.
I'd put some garnet with it.
Oh.
And the reason why is that this gray kind of has a green tint to it. Like ever so slightly, there's a slight green tint to it. Both the glass and the labradorite.
Mm-hmm.
And so like a dark, deep red would kind of contrast to that.
Beautiful. I like those together a lot. All right, y'all. That's it for me for tonight.
That's it.
That's it. That's 40. And my allergies are acting up way too much.
Yeah, you probably should quit while you're ahead.
I know. So I'm going to go do the spreadsheet, y'all. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I may do it live in the afternoon tomorrow, or we may do it when I get home. I don't know. We'll find out. But Fridays are hard for me because I rush home generally to do it if I do it from home. So I might do it throughout the day if I'm not super busy at the store. And that gives me a kind of easier evening too. So stay tuned, y'all. And thank you again. Have an amazing evening, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
All right. See ya.
Bye, everybody.